anything that the inspector can complain about, so we're just gonna go with extra mile. Make it all right.
When we start renewing it, I want every single board. This is something I think. Every single board, no matter where it goes, mark both sides. Yeah, camera 1, camera 2, router A1. Like everything. So then,
Yeah, I've got a labeler that we can make professional
I
labels
ordered those things. But I have them on the list. They're just the labels. And then for me, that you just write on it and it sticks. And you just wrap around.
We just type them up and make them every day, you know.
Yeah, it was like 1,600. Oh, so then I was like, okay, that's funny. But I had it on Amazon list. That's like I said, that was what I was mentioning. So
yeah,
because at some point we'll have 4 Ethernet going through there, like switch, and they're all black, and just grab each side.
All those details will work themselves out just fine. I'm just like, my mind's wrapped around making sure that when the inspector comes, everything's kosher. Because I don't want any delays. I don't want to say, oh, you got to change this or that.
I'm gonna figure out today.
Just everything looks cool. If it walks away, we're good to go.
I think talking to Haley and the account numbers. I was going to talk to Kelsey, the landlord, to figure out when the building cycles for the 15th.
Oh yeah.
And then that tells us that we got one. So, and they're
giving us a rate without.
I was gonna double check that. I was gonna make sure that was on the right price plan. Sam said, don't worry about it. We'll just change it to whatever. So that's the Sam.
But like, we don't have to work our way up to the full kilowatt per month to get that rate.
No. I think normally you would, but since I'm just gonna call Sam, I think he said don't worry about it. So, because there is a minimum on those plans, but you don't know what that minimum number is.
Who knows we won't.
We will get that minimum number.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, we go turn on. We get.
If we just have like 20 or 30 clicked up, we will.
Yeah. I think those limits, 100 kilowatts or 200 kilowatts. And my shed's at 40.
Okay.
With 14. So we get.
If we're consistently running a really high kilowatt hour, is there like a review where they can knock it down?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not an automatic thing, but that's something I'm going to be on top of it because.
We can possibly have it altered.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's only so many plans, so it's going to be one of the plans, but if we're not on the one I want, I'll be fighting them to get on it as fast as possible. So.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. And we got the nice tray cable coming, and I think we're just gonna pop it right in the front of these. So we just pop out the top and go right in the front of the EDU.
Yeah.
It'll look nice and clean.
That was our biggest one.
Yeah.
So far, is that PDU.
There's some of these things like it's not the norm for what we're used to.
Yeah.
But you think it all through and look through the code book, and it seems to work out. Like that switch, that top switch, it has to be higher than 6'7", which is the highest that you can put a switch. But then the equipment is above 6'7", so there's an exception for it. And it's like that with like everything on this weird project.
Really?
It's like,
okay.
You know,
Okay.
you really got to know the code book well to know if you're doing it right.
Yeah.
So, but it's fine. It's good.
Is that great?
Since some of these are way up there beyond 6'7", it's fine. The main switch can be up there.
Gotcha. Greg that came out, you said he came out and looked at it. He's the one that's going to be the inspector.
Dave stopped by and looked at it.
Oh, Dave did. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. He didn't have anything negative to say. He just wondered why there wasn't any like air conditioning, because I think that the only thing he's ever seen before is a GPU mining setup on the road.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So
and even then, that's
so he didn't. He's never even seen one of these like this. So
yeah.
Is that how most GPU miners are with air conditioning?
Hell
Maybe
no.
this is a really old one where they thought they had to have air
Yeah.
conditioning, or the fans didn't run like they do now.
Yeah, I mean, if I built one, you know, you see those big mining cases, you treat it like this. You have, you know, there's no full shelf, there's just one big shelf. Big server case goes through here.
Oh yeah.
Same idea, just shoots out the back.
Right.
I wouldn't do anything different.
Yeah.
You just can only fit half of them in there, and they use less power. So then you're
Right.
I mean, we could fill up this container on half a megawatt.
Yeah.
GPU stuff.
Yeah. I don't wanna do that.
Those are a nightmare. I know people working on there. It's nice. So. I'll be with you guys shortly. We're just talking. You guys can check us out or listen in.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know you were.
No, we're good. We're good.
Only
Not talking anything personal. Did you get the filter order? I don't know how that
Sure,
comes
to go with that one.
I don't know why we wouldn't yet.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll make it work at first. This is the cheapest by far.
Okay.
We get a couple
I didn't
uses
see it
out
on
of
the list.
It wasn't through Amazon, it's through a third party.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta send you that link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get that coming.
Yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't.
And then
that was
one,
the cheapest.
That one invoice. What do I email
Call
them a check
You call them.
picture?
Yeah, call them up. They'll probably just take your account routing number.
Okay.
That'd be. You actually gave me a better deal.
Okay.
So because we ordered 100
Yeah.
instead of just doing 5 or 10. But they aren't listed anywhere. I look for those because they're amped up. They're 20 amp to going into the PDU and then 15 into each Y.
Yeah.
But online they sell 15 and 12s.
Okay.
If I want 20, we're doing 20.
Yeah. Should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a little bit more than the 15s, but it's like, you know, I'd rather have everything be so then we can push it, not to worry about the wire burning up, not
Yeah.
realizing that.
Yeah. One of the big gray areas for this project for me is whether this is a separate building or not. If it's
Depends
like
who you talk to.
if it's utilization equipment or a building, and so I don't know. I need to call Dave about that because if it's a building, then I need to set ground routes over here and ground all this. But they are outside feeders, so the way that we're tapping everything.
It should be grounded from the building.
Well, no, I just mean like the tap rules.
Oh, okay.
That is like a big question, like scratching my head whether
Yeah.
we're stretching the rules or not. But it's an outside feeder of unlimited length in the code book, and so it should be fine.
There's no code.
Just a
that
couple of
fits
those
this
things I
perfectly.
feel like I should run by the inspector to just make sure we won't have problems.
We get the grounded. We could.
Grounding won't be that big a deal if he wants it,
Okay.
you know. But I don't know if it's a building or not,
Yeah.
or if it's a piece of equipment. To me, it's kind of like
It could be both.
like that right there is huge, but it's just a piece of equipment.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't have ground rods.
Yeah. And this looks like a building, but it could be that, you know.
But nobody would ever work in here or hang out here or sleep here. You know?
No, yeah, correct.
So
Yeah. There's no water, none of that.
yeah. So weird stuff.
Yeah.
It's whole new world, really.
See, I knew you'd.
Gotta just rack
I
your brain in the code book a
you'd
lot.
love that where it's different than what you've done, but it's similar.
Yeah.
I knew you'd enjoy that.
Yeah. It's kind of a fun challenge, like digging in the code book to make sure we're meeting all the rules. And it feels like just barely on some things, but. Well, I'll leave you be.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Yep, you don't want to be on camera, so.
Oh, I don't really care. But yeah, I'm kind of allergic to cameras.
Oh, I made that.
This for.
I made that for the cutouts. So we stick this up there.
Oh, that's your template.
Kind of, I screwed up on it. I needed half inch in this thing. But the idea is you stick it there, cut a cut, slide it over there, put it up against the side, cut.
And you have to tape on the other side or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to see how good you did the hole. If you did the hole perfect, you don't have to worry about it. If you did the hole crappy, yeah.
Okay.
See, I thought you meant like it was pushed back, so there'd be like a gap where it wouldn't be straight going in.
Just right here.
Yeah, just from the side
We
to
just
side.
we don't have like the 1/4 inch to lose.
No.
So, but it'll work out fine.
Yeah.
And this all needs straightened up. But
Yeah, I knew once we get that in,
figure out a way.
we need like a rope that you can, like a wrench, or a winch.
A ratchet.
Yeah, so you can pull it,
Yeah.
and then tighten it, and then put it in
Like
place.
fasten it.
Yeah.
Yep. No problem. I ended up putting these right center so that you can sneak in a minor on the side.
Yep,
over there on either
that was
side.
perfect.
Yep.
I was like, oh, you did that in the middle, like, oh crap. And then I thought,
That's
wait,
intentional.
there's only one movie,
Because
there
if
can't
you
be
look here,
No,
PDUs all the way to the ceiling.
no, yep.
Everything is just like barely fits, but it's working out really well.
Yeah,
Just barely fits.
yeah, we're not having to redo everything. Thank God. I would have lost it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Start redoing stuff.
Yeah. Cool. As soon as that wire gets here, we'll throw it in.
Sounds good to me.
In the meantime, we'll get some lights burning. And maybe I should ask the inspector also whether we can run those cords directly in to those boxes and splice them.
Or you need a
whether
second.
we want outlets in.
Oh, so that is supposed to be for the
Those boxes all have wire in them because they're gonna feed all of your switches.
switches.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There'll be 3. I think there'll be, yeah,
each.
there'll be at least 2 in each one.
So you actually gonna run the wires directly to that, or you're just gonna have the double?
Well, they're 110.
Yeah,
They're 110
140.
ends on them, and
Okay.
so I was gonna clip the end off, pop it in the box, wire it up to 240.
Gotcha, 'cause that's why you grabbed this.
And then there's
You just
Yeah.
cut this off, wire it
yeah,
in.
but I
wire
should
it
probably make sure that that's okay with the inspector.
in. Yep.
'Cause it seems a little odd, but I think it's fine.
Trying to think why we would want it separate, like we were to unplug it. I don't know why, if we switch.
Yeah, that's the thing. You still have a way to, like, if one is
My only
having a problem, you can still pull the plug out on it.
The only thing I'm thinking of, if we switch this, we get a different model. If I had to replace this.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm thinking of.
Not a huge deal,
Okay.
but for that case, outlets would probably be better.
That'd be the only thing I'm thinking of that wouldn't work. I mean, it might work great for 2 years, but then at some point, we'll have to switch. One goes bad or
Would you
something.
rather put duplex receptacles then, and just plug these in?
I know why you don't want it, but in a perfect world, yes, I'd rather have duplex.
Okay.
Just because,
It's just finding, usually 220 volt, they're single receptacles, so you
Yeah.
have to try to find a duplex with 240s in it, which I
Honestly.
think might be possible. We can't
this
just,
is a C13. I'm guessing this end is on 90% of switches, so you
Well,
might be okay then.
yeah.
We might be okay then.
It's just,
Do it your
this
way.
is-
Do
But
it your
this
way.
is not a 240 volt cord end, so we'd have to buy new cords.
Yeah,
That's the issue with putting
yeah, but it
outlets
can. Yeah, well, those could do 120 or 240. So if you did 120 on it, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Or is this
But
240?
then they're at 1.2 amps, and I gotta do 2 circuits
Okay.
and pull another neutral wire.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want to do
So
that.
I can.
Do it your original way.
That would-
do your original way. Tie it in.
I'll just check with them, make sure that's okay first, because I'd
Okay.
rather pull the white wire and put in all the outlets instead of redo it all later.
Yeah.
If I know he's not gonna
Yeah.
be okay with it.
But I think I can find the switch that goes right into this easier than I think. So I think we'll just have to find that. Because that's a normal C13 that's in all of these routers, or all these switches.
Yeah.
So
So
it
this
should
says
work.
125 volt right on it. That's the problem.
Yeah, okay. And then this thing says, so yeah, you have to get different cords. I know these things, yeah, 240.
Yeah.
So you'd have to just get different of those, but do the same idea.
Yeah, it'd have a different end on it for a 240 volt.
Yeah, I got you.
Probably everything else is exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's just stamped different.
It's stamped different.
Yeah.
And the inspector looks at the stamp instead of what's there.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. A lot of little things like that. Okay, I'm gonna head out.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, guys, you hear me? Is my Bluetooth working? Yeah, I did. Can you guys hear me? I figured you guys actually might enjoy that. So, hearing you just fine, cool. I had put my Bluetooth in, I didn't have it in. But I figured you guys would like the spy. Just hearing us talk about stuff. Kind of what we go through. What a live stream. I don't know if that was good or bad. So, but we haven't talked other than text for a couple of days, so it's nice to actually be here and actually both physically look at stuff. I've been hanging out with Hawk. Okay, I don't know what that means. I don't know why we're making fun of Hawk here. Panda, how you guys doing? He doesn't really want to be on camera. So that's why I'm like, let's not prop this up and then just watch us talk. But I figured you guys enjoy listening to us, what we're going through, the little issues we run into. Part of it is, him being the electrician and knowing what you can and can't do, and the tips on how to get around stuff. Hey, we want this to happen. Well, here's the most efficient way to make that happen. Wire it up this way. So that's where he knows. I don't know that. So it's nice when someone like that, you have a partner like that knows that kind of stuff really well. So yeah, I got 26 people. I appreciate it. I know Kryptex was going to send everyone here. How's everyone going? Okay, let me start. Crypto Hunter. I don't know if I've seen your name. Endless is here. Automatic Beats. Patrick. Eatable Zebra. Trash Panda's here. Yeah, no, Backwards is here. Athanasios. I don't know if I've seen your name before. JFA. Okay, so I think Sadie sometimes. How you doing? Mahadev. My Mobile, My Bride. Jakey Weiler. So yeah. No, I didn't fix my camera, Patrick. No, I purposely did that. He didn't want to be on camera, but I also knew what we were talking about. You guys, it'd be kind of interesting, I guess. Kind of depends. Us talking about, outlets or, with the inspectors and just different stuff like that. I figured maybe you guys might be interested in us talking about it. Oh, that's what Hawk did. Oh, Hawk does that. Oh, yeah. I guess I never watched the very beginning. I always end up cluing in late. So, you're fine, Patrick. Joker. You're watching World Series of Poker. Well, is it the big event or is it just a small one? So, okay, so let's actually talk fun stuff. What you guys actually showed up here for. So, my business partner, I don't know if you can see at the top. Going over my head. I'm gonna flip us around here now that he's gone and his truck is gone too. We got a lot. But he got a lot done. Got a switch here, about ready to get wired up. Conduit, and then all these are going to be for the switches. That's where we were talking about. So we're going to wire in the switches right into here. Okay, so it won't be a plug-in. It'll just be wired right in. So 2 switches there, 2. There's 7 times 2, 14. I think we need 13 switches, but there'll be spots for 14, so that'll be great. And yeah, we got lights. We got the tray. You got the tray in. Okay, so we've got all that. We still got to
sure up the shelves, but you can see he's got the bars in, so we're going to connect the shelves to that. So we'll get that here in a little bit. More wire, and he's got these boxes. I'm not the electrician here, but if I remember correctly, these would be where, you know, the big wire's coming in. Here's gonna be like some disconnects and stuff, and then it's gonna be wired into the PDU. So then the PDU wires will be 13 going up into the tray, okay? And 13 going to the PDU, which is right here, and then the PDU is gonna be right on each of these legs, okay? And so wire comes through the tray, goes straight into PDU, and the PDU is gonna be straight up and down right here. So yeah, that's the plan. So he's got a lot of it done. He thinks we'll have lights on here in a little bit, so we can work at night. He finished the conduit from the outside, so that went into there. Also, he got he wanted to come and clean up a little bit. He didn't like how dirty it was, but he worked late last night and then just left, which I don't blame him. The shed's kind of hooked up. It's not turned on, but it is semi-wired. So we get conduit running from here. So there's gonna be three. So one goes up to the top. That's gonna be for cameras and Starlink. And we get 2 conduits coming in here for cameras and Ethernet. So we're gonna run that. We're gonna run a bunch of Ethernet. Even if we don't plug it in, we're just gonna run Ethernet through there, just so it's there and done. And if it just sits empty, it sits empty. But at least have it ran in case we need to swap something or add something or do something. So yeah, he got all that done. I mean, like, he just killed it. Crypto Youth, I think that's CRPTDYTH. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to mean, but some like Crypto Youth or something. Yes, you won the control board. You told me not to send it. So, yes. But yeah, you did win it. And actually, I was thinking about, I might put it in one of my, I have a J Pro at home. I might put it in there and test some more stuff. So I have 2 at home, but I have a brains on one of my J Pros at home that I can't swap. I want to remove brains, try LuxOS and get some numbers on it. I can't. So I might just put the Marathon firmware control board in there and get numbers on that. So, Oceanyo, sorry for my pronunciation. The cables to the PDUs are what size? So the way you do it is, so these PDUs are 277 volt. So we get 480 coming in. Each leg is 277. So we're gonna have, I'm not the electrician here, but the idea is it comes in, it's split up into 13 different 277 legs that then go to your PDUs. So I don't know what size it is. That's where the electrician, my partner, comes in. But it's going to be 125 amp 277 for each PDU. So whatever size cable you need. Well, it's 3-phase coming in, but then yeah, each leg is 277. I think we don't have to do any step downs or anything, Sadie. That's a huge savings. So, but we have, so we're not stepping down to 240 or anything. We're staying at 277, which is good and bad. But it's definitely cheaper if you don't have to step down. The good thing is also you get way better, you get better efficiency. You get a higher usage. So, I mean, I can fit, there's 30 C20s on this PDU. I'd set this up. I don't want the fall down when I'm not looking at it. So there's 30 C20s on here. We can fit at 3,300 watts. We can fit the whole thing up because it's 277. If it's 240, you can only get like 24. You get quite a bit less. So yeah, we're able to push these more than most people can. Okay, so let me go back here a sec. M, what's your electrical rate? So I'll be hosting for people, and actually, Patrick or Joker, whichever one of you guys on a computer, I activated our website last night. So it's iowamining.io. So it'll be 10 cents kilowatt hour, and it'll be a $50 setup fee per ASIC. Okay, one time Doesn't matter if you're with me for a year or 3 years, one time $50 setup fee per ASIC. So that's a lot cheaper than most people out there. Yep. Thank you, Patrick. So it'll be 10 cents a kilowatt hour. And then, yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're going to be hosting for people. So, and my email is contact@iowamining.io. So I want you guys to, if you're interested, just send me an email and contact me. And we can chat, see what your situation is. I can help you find ASICs, help you with the shipping, help you get hardware. Like, this is going to be for a lot of people that are brand new. I have a lot of local people here that they know what Bitcoin is. They have no idea they have no idea what this is. They have no idea what these do. They've heard about mining. They just don't know what the hell it is. I have a lot of local people that don't even know what this is, that are going to be hosting with me, because I'm going to hold their hand. I'm going to get them a hardware wallet, walk them through the process, get them set up on a pool, get everything kind of set up, and they just pay me per month, for their usage. And so I have quite a few people like that. So if you're new or kind of getting started, I'm a good fit for you. So yeah, 10 cents. Trash Panda is back. I heard that someone was talking about a red pant. Whoa, wasn't it from what's one of the Avengers? I haven't watched the one with the little squirrel looking dude. They mentioned Trash Panda. I don't know what they were talking about, what animal they were. Yeah. So I heard that one. I'm like, oh, good, I know a Trash Panda. So here we go. Instead of a furry dude or whatever, it's Trash Panda. I got it. I love you, Panda. Okay, guys. So we got a lot done. What do you guys got questions on? I know last time, we're getting electrical wires ordered. So I think early next week I know you might have heard that at the very end. We're gonna pull wire early next week. So as soon as we know when that's coming, we can know when we're going to turn off the building. So when we know we can turn off the building is when we're going to actually be able to light this up. So yeah, let me, what questions you got? We're getting close here. I don't know if you heard me talk about figuring out the bill cycle for the electrical. I know, so we can talk about that. That's kind of a big deal. So on a normal bill cycle, okay? If your bill cycle is the 15th or 30th or whatever the date is, the way the bills are charged is it's gonna, for your full month, it's gonna look to see what your most usage is, your demand, okay? So in a big container like this, is our most usage, 1 megawatt, or is it half a megawatt, or is it whatever number in between? They're gonna charge you for your big usage, okay? The problem is, if your bill cycle is the 1st, and on the 28th you turn on and use a ton of power for just the 28th through the 30th, but for the beginning of the month you don't use anything, they're going to charge you the big number for the entire month. And the way it's broken down is the first percentage of kilowatt hours is going to be at a higher rate than the last half percentages. Okay, so if you're on the entire month, the big chunk, the expensive chunk is offset by the cheaper chunk. Okay, so if for example, the first 10,000 kilowatt hours you use, you're charged at 10 cents. But then if everything after that, you're charged at 3 cents. Well, the difference is big, but it's going to take whatever that first part is off of what your demand is. So when they do that, if you turn on at the very end of the month, it's gonna be really expensive compared to if I just wait till the beginning of the bill cycle and turn on, it's gonna be much cheaper for that month. Does that make sense? I know Carter at Bitsby Trippin talked about it. I haven't had an issue with that, but I've seen that just on my shed and other stuff. But that is something you have to keep in mind, because that could be the difference between a $25,000 bill in something like this or a $10,000 bill. Because you waited 3 days to turn on. It's going to be that big of a difference. Okay, it's tough to explain, but you need to be aware of it. And it's something where, if you have a certain situation, you wait a couple of days and then turn on. So I'm going to figure out what our build cycle is, and that'll determine when we can actually turn stuff on. We might turn on some stuff ahead of time, especially like my equipment, to kind of test it. Because if I burn something up, I'd rather be my equipment than someone else's, obviously. But, what's our turn on date? We haven't figured that out yet, because we got to figure out what our build cycle is. So hopefully that made sense. If you get questions on it, let me know. Okay, so machine costs, my mobile, my bride. So I'm assuming you're talking about ASICs. Okay, so it depends on. Okay, for the most part, most people are gonna be mining Bitcoin ASICs. There'll be quite a few people doing like Litecoin and Dogecoin. But if we're talking Bitcoin ASICs, there's good ones about $1,600, $1,700, $1,800. There's the newest ones are like 4,000, and the brand new ones that aren't released yet, but you can pre-order them, are like 5,000. Okay, so that's something where get a hold of me. We'll talk about what your situation is, how much you want to spend, what's your end game, and I'll walk you through that. I have spreadsheets and that kind of stuff. And what's your capacity? So we can do 1.2 megawatts. Okay, so that's the container. The transformers is 1,500 kVA. It's connected to this building. The building doesn't use any power anymore, but we want to have a little headroom in case they start turning on some cooling equipment and stuff here, some freezers and stuff here. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But we're pretty sure that the building doesn't use any power whatsoever. And so we're going to use 1.2 megawatts just to give that breathing room there. Maybe a little bit less. We kind of see how much when we fill up, what type of ASICs we fill up with, because there's a big difference between some of the ASICs. Some of the ASICs pull, the K Pros pull 2,600 watts, 3,000 watts. And then there's some ASICs that pull 3,500, 3,700 watts. So depending on what we fill up with, we'll kind of determine what our maximum ends up being, because we got spots for 390. Okay, we can fit 390 ASICs in here, but our power is limited, so it's whatever number we hit first. Either fill up with slots or fill up with machines. Yeah, 390. Smart PDUs? No, not necessarily smart. It's just the power, and then each one's got a switch on it. Yeah, I don't see a big idea of using like much more expensive PDUs to get the smart, because you can do all the smart through either the routers or just through Foreman, or like everything I need to have access to I can run elsewhere. So I don't know what maybe I can't switch off individual one without being here, but if I'm here every day, it doesn't matter. So excuse me. Okay, I think that's through all the questions. So I know my partner just texted me a couple things, bought some breakers or something. So, okay, what are you guys thinking? And it was kind of different because Kryptex was talking about like the 5090 and some GPU stuff. Heck, I haven't been in that world for a while now. I know all my original videos were all GPU stuff, like crazy triple mining, different coins, and now it's like, nope, it's all ASICs or nothing. So I made a big change. I do appreciate, I see like all the usual faces in here. I appreciate that. I know you guys know who you are. You guys are here all the time, so I appreciate that. Offshore miner, I didn't say anything to you earlier, sorry. How you doing? 277 mass boost, you know what that is. Yeah, 277 volt, which I do honestly think it's kind of what everything's going to go to. You've seen a lot of the new miners are 277 capable, and the idea is if the miners keep using more power, they use 3,000, now they're using 3,500. If they start using 4,000 watts, 4,000 watts on 240, that's at the 80% rule for a 20 amp. Okay, and that's pushing it. And so a lot of stuff's going to be 277 going forward. Joker, huh? Yeah, good question, Joker. Mass boost. How many ASICs you sending me? That is a great question. I am not touching GPU's mass boost. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm done. Backwards, more volts, more better. Yes, I just think nothing to do with me. I'm just thinking from an industry standpoint, they're gonna have to. You can send me all the GPUs you want, mass boosts. I'll take pictures of them, and they're sitting here unplugged. I'll put them right here. Put your name on top. Send you a picture every other day. Sit on it, whatever. Sorry, no more GPUs. Problem is, you only live an hour and a half from me. You'll come up and find me. What do you mean? What do you mean, endless? Electricians that don't know what? Let me set my phone down real quick, guys. Sorry about that. I had to grab something. Okay, so what has electricians don't know, unless, and I know what you've been trying to do. You've been trying to do something like this, and you're succeeding at getting different stuff. So what have you heard? How three-phase works? Oh. Yep, I guess the voltage conversion. Yeah, I honestly guess I didn't know that either. I just memorized them. I didn't know that was how they got to that number. I know my electrician, he's tried talking to me about stuff and figuring out, and you know, he's pretty smart just in general. Done a lot of different things, so yeah, I mean, he's mentioned that kind of stuff, and it's kind of where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna give me the big numbers. I'll figure those out. You tell me how we get there. So, yeah, I didn't know that either. So, yeah. Kind of the other big news. So yeah, a bunch of work's being done. The website got lit up last night. iowamining.io. So check that out. The idea behind the website is I wanted to be something basic. I'm gonna flip this around here. I wanted the website to be something basic to where it's gonna spur your interest. But you call me, email me. Let's talk. Because each person gonna be hosting with me has a different situation. They have a different goal, different end game. So let's figure out something that works best for you. So if you know what you're looking for and stuff, then yeah, our conversation will be quick and painless. If you don't know, then that's where I'll hold your hand, we'll look at some numbers, and give you options, and then you just tell me what you want to do at the end after you've learned a little bit through me. So yeah, that's you know, that the website isn't anything crazy. I've never made a website before, so that was me learning. That was frustrating, but I also didn't want all kinds of stuff on there anyway. Just contact me. That's kind of the main thing. My website's blocked here at work. Well, Joker, I think everything on your computer is blocked because of what you've looked at. Oh, did I just hear thunder? I think I did. I think we were supposed to maybe get showers. Pretty loud thunder for all of a sudden, because it's kind of half sunny out. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's kind of half sunny. You know, it's not dark out. But if you look over here, oh, it's getting a little dark over there. So I don't know what it is. Storms come in from this side, from the west. So I don't know what it looks like over there. You're gonna get rain in like an hour. I know we had an opportunity, so I have to keep an eye on that. Me and my stupid window well. Yeah, but you're far enough away where you can get stuff and I won't. So Okay, anyone else? You know, we have 30 people in here. And I appreciate, you know, the regulars asking me questions. 6x2, 240 this weekend. Nice. Nice. I know I'm have to, since I get to keep my shed, I'm gonna have to rerun some of my lines in there, some of my outlets, and move them to a better place, and then figure out some shelving. So I'll have to do that. How can I do it without spending any money is kind of what I'm thinking. I don't want to buy anything new. Just, I have a bunch of crap. Let's figure out how to make it work with what crap I have. So yeah. Keep your shed. What? Oh, no, you didn't see, Joker. You didn't see my last video. See? I'm wondering if I should remove the wrench from you. You didn't watch my last video. No, my wife wanted it, but then I started explaining to her, like, there's gonna be some spiders, there's gonna be some dust in there. There's no way to make it perfect. It's an outside shed. It is what it is. And so what she wants to do with it, dust is a big deal. Dust is a problem. And so she's like, well, how about this? She has a little room inside that she uses, but it has a bunch of other stuff in there. Move the other stuff out, so then she has a big, you know, like a bedroom, 12 by 10 room that's just hers. So I did that. I moved some workout equipment, I moved some other stuff out. So now she's got a room all to herself. So I get to keep the shed. So, and so yeah, I'm just gonna rerun it up to fit ASICs a little bit cleaner. Move the ASICs from the front to the back. So if I move all the ASICs from the front to the back, then I can it'll be cooler in there. It'll just be better. It'll be more like this, where you have switch around here real quick. You know, if this is the shed, you know, have all the hot air come in the front, shelving in the back where the ASICs sit now, and then just it goes out through the exhaust fans. So it'll be the same idea. So yeah, so that's what I'll be doing. Backwards. Yeah, I've wired all those outlets. I just got to rerun them. And I have some extra wire too, so it's not gonna be the end of the world. And then I have those two shelves, but I can move one of the shelves from the front. You know, so I have plenty of shelving. It's just getting it to fit in there nicely because it's you know, it's a weird size. Actually, I just thought of something. I could put one on the sides, front to back, and then have the other two horizontal, more or less. And that'll actually probably fit pretty snug in there. So that could work. I should remove that wretch anyways. I don't know what you mean by that. Crypto KJ, you watch all of them with the sound off. Do I get credit for the sound off? I don't know. But that's fine. I appreciate you watching them. I heard all that, but didn't hear she was not getting it. Sorry. I listened while at work. I know. Remote backup server for shed. You mean backup server for like this stuff? Is that what you mean? I thought about it, but like I'm not gonna need, like, I have everything kind of saved in the cloud, so I don't need a backup server yet because it'll be all cloud based. So even like the billing and all that's cloud based. So yeah, I don't need a server to back up stuff. Oop, I heard a train coming through. I figured you, after I read that again, KJ, I figured you were giving me a hard time. So, there's 34 people in here. I know I'm going to be gone in 15 minutes. I know Panda wanted to start roughly around 2. So I'll let him get in here. I don't know if he'll start on 2. Knowing him, he'll be late. I know, backwards. You gotta remember though that I'm not as, if I had nothing else going on, I could figure it out. You know, I'm done enough of this to kind of figure that kind of stuff out. But the problem is, I have so many plates that I have a plan for because when I turn this thing on, I got to figure out, I got to get all the billing stuff. I have an idea for it. I haven't actually done it, so it's gonna take me a little bit. Contract stuff, you know, setting this up, getting all the routing stuff done, getting all synced up to Foreman. You know, I played with Foreman, but I haven't actually done with the actual business account. So there's different steps there that I have a good idea how to do it. It's not going to be too crazy, but I have so many plates that are me trying to figure stuff out. So that's my problem, where that's one more thing I got to figure out. And I don't, at this point, my system doing it all in the cloud, I can do it from here. I can do it from my other work job. I can do it from home. I got multiple places where I can mess with it. So, yeah. Perks of not being in Huddle group for not getting all of CryptoKJ messages daily. Well, CryptoKJ, the ASIC sound is wonderful, but it does get awful in the videos, I am sure. Train approved. I know. People are worried about my sound here. We got those going on all day long and night. Oh, Red Panda Mining's titles have been great. Yeah, he just put a period there. I don't even want to look at it. I didn't know if that was a real thing or if that was a mistake or what. So, see you backwards. Thanks for checking this out. Yeah, Sadie. Yeah, I mean trains galore. What other things that me and the partner? Oh, so we're figuring out a way to mount the basic. Actually, this would be a good question for you guys. Okay, mount these switches. These on the side, these little things. I think these are universal, right? Pretty much every switch has these same brackets. And I find a bunch of them because every one I got has 2. So I need like 26 or 30, just in case I'm missing a couple. Where can I find these? Because I don't think that matters which switch it is, what brand or anything, because I think they're pretty much universal, correct? It's HP, if that matters. It's really old HP switch. But yeah, I need a bunch of those so we can mount stuff. So anyone have any ideas? We just talked about that just now. I'm gonna go back and try to find it. His original idea. Do I have anything to show here? He said just aluminum, just a thin strip of aluminum, and then we're gonna hook it up to the tray. So the aluminum's screwed into the tray, and then grab the switch, screw it into the aluminum, and just cut the aluminum to be the right size. So it'll be aluminum strip here. So this is like 7 inches or whatever, 8 inches, whatever this depth is. So have that, and just have it attached to the tray. Okay, so just have it attached, and then put the switch into it. So I just need to have, so I can do the screw in the front and the back. Amazon or eBay? Okay. Yep, I was gonna look when I get home. That'll work. Geek has them. Okay, I'll message Geek. Yeah, because I just need 30 of them. I do need the screws for them. But yeah, that was one thing I gotta figure out. Most of the other stuff we got figured out. So let me guys show you the office. The office is not clean. We kind of throw everything in there every night, so it's not clean at all. Trash Panda's back. Ooh, let's look at. That's nothing. That's nothing. Good. We don't need a lot of rain. We've had plenty of rain this year. Yeah, most of these all have 2 on them. Okay, which is fine. Which is perfectly fine. Got some monitors. Bought it from my brother-in-law. Or actually, bought it from my brother and my sister-in-law. And then yeah, he got the wire conduit run in. I think this can be for the light. I mean, yeah, we'll pretty this up. I gotta explain this to him. He didn't know what a drock meter was. He hasn't used those before for meter box, so I gotta show him what that is. Because I ordered an exhaust fan showing up tomorrow. We'll have an exhaust fan here. We're gonna use that and attach that to over here. So that's just you just use a handle and open it up. So then we have a big opening here to let air in. and we're gonna exhaust out of here so I can actually test stuff up here on the bench. My computer will be sitting over here, be a little work area. Yeah, so that's the plan. So, whew, got this out of the shed. That thing's dirty. Whew. Yeah, so there's the office. He found some cheap lights, which is cool. Oh, the only sticker going in here. Cat's crypto. Okay, so look at those. Hey, Joker, check out those shoes. I know you love those. Those are your favorite colors for sure. Locatech still fake even with the picture they posted. Who knows? Automatic Beats. No one's actually tested it. It's like, come on, give us a product. You know, send it to Panda. Send it to because I know they're in Europe. Send it to Seb. Send it to someone to actually test it. But they haven't. Sorry, I'm closing the door behind me. They haven't let anyone look at it or touch it. You know, they just have like one little chip. Yeah, the little chip worked, but that's not the end product. That's what I think. Yes, Panda loves the legs. Someone who can run very fast and very short distances. That's what those legs are. Hell no, Joker. You know what? My in-laws bought it. I'm very picky about that kind of stuff. My in-laws bought these without asking me. I don't even think they asked my wife. They know I'm an Iowa fan, but they bought them, you know, without asking or checking out or anything. They did awesome. They did great. So, yeah, Panda. It's not like your feet pics that you send to people, but I guess if I can make money off my legs. I don't think they're that great at legs. But yeah, let's do it. How you doing, Max? Max, we're just talking containers. Hear trains, and I'm actually hearing a little bit of rumbling. So, yeah. Bunch of electrical getting in. Get all the prep done. Lights should be on here, you know, today, if not tomorrow. Yeah. I know Max will send me some too. I know. So, Tom, are you in the U.S. or you in a different country? You know, most of my power is actually from wind. My company has a lot of wind turbines. If you guys saw a bunch of videos of the Iowa tornadoes taking out wind turbines, I know the company that I get my power from, they lost 6 wind turbines in the tornadoes. You're from Germany. Gotcha. Yeah. You know, I don't know how much different like this stuff looks compared to what you know, a lot of the switch panels and stuff and the transformers, I mean, they look different, but they're not that much different. Kind of all supply the same stuff. Yeah, I think they were down by Greenfield, Mass. I think those are the ones that my company runs through. Yeah, Panda. If you're lucky enough to be close enough to Panda, we all have feet pics of him. Someday we'll all be rich because we'll be able to sell it for a lot. I mean, like how the cables are laid out in her place. Yeah, I mean, you know, my business partner is an electrician, so he's doing kind of everything the kind of most efficient way. So I mean, like, this is a straight shot, you know, straight from that switch panel, and then here's like where the disconnects are going to be, where we're gonna then I'm not the electrician, but you know, comes in from the wall and then gets changed into the cables that go to the PDUs. So then each PDU will have its own line coming through the tray. So I don't know how much different that is. You know, you got all the wires here. We're gonna wire into this is like the cord that wires into the switch. So this runs into the switch. It's got a see-through chain on one side, and it's got the plug in. So he's just gonna cut this side off and then wire directly in to the box. So we'll have 2 in each of these boxes. So yeah, CD, the wind turbine video was wild. Yeah, I know one of them was rated an F4, EF4, but it didn't hit anything. Thank God, but it looked gnarly. So, okay, we're gonna have 55 minutes here. Panda, are you going on at 2? Because I can kind of end whenever. With metal pipes, yeah. I think starting to sprinkle, starting to rain a little bit. Yeah, it's well, I don't want to go 35 more minutes. I'm hungry. I haven't had supper yet either, or lunch yet either. Just that's how you run them in from the. That's how you run them in from the switch panel. So I'm eating hot dogs soon. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of depends on how big the line is too, Tom. I think that's part of it too. Patrick. Oh, without pipes. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, maybe the code's different, or the wires are different, or sealed differently. But yeah, for code purposes, we have to run the conduit. And I know this conduit was expensive. It was like 10 grand, or 5 grand, some big number my electrician said for this conduit to run. So, how can we make an EF4 if it didn't hit anything? That scale is measuring how much damage is done. Well, okay, Max, maybe you're right. Maybe I know wind speeds were up in that number, or EF4 numbers, calculated wind speeds. But yes, it didn't hit anything. It was over, or I don't even think it hit a farmhouse or anything. But no, it was, I know the strength of the tornado was that high, but it didn't hit anything, so it wasn't as, so maybe you're right, Max, where it wasn't, it was an EF4 strength, but it didn't hit anything, so they couldn't actually say it was an EF4. Maybe that's why I remember. Sorry, Max, I think there's Iowa's leading tornadoes nationwide, so this year, which is scary. So there's quite a few for us to remember. Mass, yeah, it's probably blast resistant. Yeah, that's where electrician come in. He knew what he needed to put there. So, oh, by the way, it stopped raining. It just sprinkled on us and stopped. So, yep. This is all pretty cool. I knew we did a bunch of work, so I'm pretty happy that how much work was done. It's pretty cool. We're getting there. Well, I'm at an hour. I need to go grab some lunch, check out this storm, see if it's going to hit or how bad it is. What voltage? 277. It's 480 out of the transformer, goes to the switch panel, and we're going to run it to here, and it's going to be 277 in the PDUs and the ASICs. So, John Tapp, how are you planning on stopping heat recirculation? Okay, so since it stopped raining, I'll run outside. I'll walk you through this. So, obviously, air comes in here. We'll have filters up, but air comes in here, goes into the ASIC, punches out. Okay? Excuse me one second. So I got a little template here, but we'll cut out this foam board or insulation or whatever this crap is. We're going to cut out squares so that the ASICs can fit into it. Okay, so the fans will stick through. Okay, and on the back side, there won't be anything here. Okay, so you just got a bunch of holes where the ASICs punch through. We're going to cover up the bottom. Okay, at least in the summer, we're going to cover up the bottom. And then the sides, once we get the shelving all straightened up, we'll cover that up too, okay? And we're gonna foam the very top, okay? So there'll be no air getting back in, okay? So the only air that can come through is through the ASIC, okay? And then in the winter, we'll actually remove the bottom piece to allow it to recirculate for the winter. Because when the winter gets here, if it gets 0 degrees, -0, -10, in some nights in the winter, you don't want the other side to be too cold. It runs better when it's cold, but if it gets too cold, then you start freezing, and you start getting moisture is being made because you have hot air and cold air mixing. So there's going to be an equilibrium where, do I remove all of them? Do I remove 1 or 2 of them? Just allow a little bit of air to come in, but that's how you will want to recirculate in the winter here in Iowa. So does that make sense? John Tapp, exhaust fans are, if you rely on exhaust fans, A, you have to buy them up front, you have to wire them up. There's just more time and money in there. B, if you need the exhaust fans and one of them goes out, well, does all those ASICs right there overheat and have issues? What happens if the exhaust fan goes out 2 in the morning? You don't have a backup, or whatever the case may be. Like, there's more moving parts there that can go wrong, and so that's why we decided not to go that route, not to do exhaust fans. There's another container in town here. It's a pre-built one, but the design is pretty much the same as this, where it's intake and exhaust, and the fans do all the exhausting. The fans on the ASICs themselves do all the exhausting. There's no external intake or exhaust fans. Does that make sense? And so there's another one here in town that does it just fine. So we're kind of copying that, kind of making our own. And I've taken ideas from different containers, different builds all over the place. So hopefully that answers your question. How to get your XPub address off tangent for Cardona? No idea, Joker. No idea. How do I get the perfect cutout? Well, this is my template. Okay, so I made this, measuring it. So put it up to that side, cut those out, slide it over here, cut those out. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna make some kind of template like this, Panda. So I made this out of wood. The problem is it's so thin on the bottom. I'm afraid this bottom's gonna break. But yeah, I made that the other day for that reason. So I hopefully that'll work. If I have different sized ASICs, like Canons or something, well, I'll have to stick the ASIC in there and like measure, like marker out the line and then cut it and then stick it in and see if I have to cut out something. I'll have to do something like that. It just won't be slick. I shouldn't need 2 people to do that. That's how I was gonna would do it otherwise. Does that make sense? You just got a marker, stick it in there and draw the outside and then cut it. John, yeah, I'm in Mississippi. Yeah, the exhausts are heat with fans. It gets super hot. Yes. Like Texas is always the one everyone uses. It does get hotter down there than it does up here. Not that we don't have 95 high temperature days. We just don't have as many. I agree with you there. So, we have to balance both sides. Where down there, you don't have to worry about recirculating for the winter because your lowest is going to be what, 30 degrees? That's not, 20 degrees some days. You can deal with that. You don't have to do any recirculation or anything. Yeah, so you would have a little bit different design. You have a little bit different design for just worrying about the heat. I'd agree with you. If I did it, I'd still probably do this. Then maybe I would attach extra, because another option too, you can actually make bigger intakes, because intakes you usually don't have enough intake. So you can actually, and this backwards left, but he's the one that he actually designed this and did it. And so I would copy his design but on a bigger scale. You actually make a box that goes out. Okay, box that goes out, and the top as well, and the bottom, and then you filter that as well. So you actually gain the outside. So the extra part that you filter, you actually gain that much intake. Okay, and so by building a box out, you actually can gain more intake that way. And does that help? Does that help or does that hurt? So there's a couple different things you could design differently. Is my design perfect? I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm copying it from people that know that have been doing it for a while. I'm taking ideas from them. We'll find out. If this thing gets filled, and I don't think this summer I'm gonna have that issue. But if it gets filled and it gets 95 degrees out, we'll know if I did good or not, if I need to change something up for next year or some, kind of find out the hard way. So that's kind of where I'm at. Different templates. Yeah, well, for sure, Mass, I'll have to see how many cannons I sell. I'm assuming most of everything I'm going to sell is Bitmain because they're 277. But yeah, do I have 20 ASICs I have to cut out by hand? I guess we'll find out. If someone buys like 20 cannons and sends to me, then yeah, I'll have to I'll make a template for it because I have to do 20 cutouts. But if I have to do 5 cutouts, then I might not make a template. Kind of depends. Fully electric. Panda, yes, that makes sense. I'm going to copy that way then. What, making a template like this? Is that what you mean you're going to copy? It wasn't too crazy. Yeah, I know some people have been using instead of this foam, there's been some clear piece that they can see through. So they stick it in all the way to the back, and they go on the other side, and they can see where the fan is and just cut it that way. So I don't know if that's more, I'm guessing it's more expensive. It looks pretty clean. Okay, fully electric. Exhaust fan for big boy ASIC farm is dumb and more potential risk if fan goes out. Exactly. Basically, you guys made a hot box insulated from the cold side. Perfect design. Yeah, I think it's a good design. I do. And yes, it's less moving parts. It's less upfront cost. If one ASIC dies, if one ASIC gets hot, then it's not going to bring everything else down. It's isolating the issues. I think it's the best idea. We'll find out. And like I said, so far we've ran into very few issues where everything's kind of lined up perfectly. Even we were talking about this. This tubing that we attach the tray to, we're going to attach the shelving to, just the tubing going through the top. We're only putting one ASIC up here on the side, so we have room to play in the middle. So that worked out perfect. We haven't had to redesign anything yet. So we actually did really good for not doing this before, to where it worked out pretty well. We found really good shelves. We found really good PDUs. So all that's been great. It actually worked perfectly. Thank you, Joker. Yes. That's my new website I just turned on. Contact me on there. Yeah, my email address is contact@Iowa Mining. Check out the website. Website's pretty basic. I want you get some general information and then contact me, and I'll talk about your specific situation and what works best for you. Yeah, Panda's here. Mass boost. I'm not touching your GPUs. Yep, fully electric. You finally made it for one of my lives. I've been kind of all over the place. Kids are home, so next week the kids go to summer camp, so I actually get to do some work. So eating and contemplating life. Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're contemplating, Panda, but yeah, you're always eating. Tom, in your country, the electrical system looks so much cooler than in Germany. Everything made of metal and laid in pipes. Nobody could pay for it here. Yeah. Man, it's sunny out. A little storm goes through now. It's sunny as hell. Yeah, I guess I don't know enough about. I'm not an electrician, so I haven't seen what other countries do. So, yeah. It's plenty expensive. So, yes, life. Why are you here? What's the point? Have loads of kids in mining. Panda only has one kid. He doesn't have loads of kids. At least, okay, he might have loads of kids. He just hasn't told his wife about them yet. So how's that? Okay, it's jokes, guys. Jokes. Okay. ICM. Why can't I donate to your channel? Do you not have channel join option? I do not have enough views. I have enough subscribers. I don't have enough views yet to where I can actually make money off my YouTube channel, Fully Electric. So that's the issue. I need more views. I need everyone to bring up my playlist, especially my live playlist, and just play it in the background. I need to get more views. That's my issue. So, John Tapp, I have to run water, curtains, and exhaust fans in the summer. Hash rate will fall if I don't. But like I said, heat is horrible. Yes, I've seen that. That's the water curtains are a thing. I know Carter at Bitsby Trippin'. They're setting up a 1.5 megawatt no, 2.5, no, it's a 1.5 megawatt farm. They bought some ant box N2 N5 V2. So N5 V2 is the model, the container, and they came with water curtains on it, and he actually removed the water curtains. So I'm not sure exactly where he's putting them up at. It's not the deep south, but I'm not sure exactly what state he's putting those up in. But he did remove the water curtains on his. The water curtains, I guess I haven't looked into it. I know that's because then you have water. You have to have water. Like that brings up a whole new can of worms of issues that could happen. So I know that's a thing. I know it does work. It does work. I just don't know how well. Paid watch hours for the win. Yep. Panda needs more kids for write-offs. Yep. Yes, he does. Get more pack on taxes. Beats. Just keep asking questions. We can keep him going until RPM goes live. Yeah. Panda says he's gonna go live in 20 minutes. I haven't had lunch yet. Now that the storm, or lack of a storm, has passed, I don't have to leave. How many watch hours do I need? I think I'm halfway. I think I need like 1,500, 1,400, something like that. Because it's in the last year. So I started videos a little over a year ago. So it kind of depends on when the videos hit, but somewhere around 1,500. And that's fine. Yes, in a perfect world, I'd love to be able to actually have you guys join and stuff, but I know I don't put out as much content or as nice of content as some other people. Thank you, Sadie. Yeah, I know I made playlists, so Panda missed my joke too. No more kids. Yeah, you have your hands full with one. One's easy. Are you kidding me? Jeez. Make it sound like your life's falling apart because you're one kid. One's easy. Try being outnumbered. Windows mining has other uses too. Hey, I like where your head's at, Sadie. I appreciate it. Okay, questions. 31 people here. I appreciate it. My life is falling apart. Panda, quit your crap. God. You're fine. Just think when that kid starts kindergarten here soon. You have so much free time. You're going to love life. You might actually look at the 20 GPU rig. True, full electric. RPM kids are his ASICs and GPUs. He has hundreds of kids. I know. That is true. He has hundreds of kids that he neglects and forgets about. That is true. Whew. Why did you drop your hot dog? Mass. Oh God. Okay. I have a really good joke for that one. I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to be banned. When the kid is in kindergarten next year, I better be free. Well, you should be. All right, guys. Anything else? Otherwise, I'm gonna bail. I'd love to sit here and make fun of Panda, but I don't want to get banned, so I can't go too much. But yeah, I mean, we're getting there, guys. Next week would be really cool because I think maybe by then next week we might be able to turn stuff on. It'd be great to do a live where be able to do a live where this ASIC is screaming. I mean, that'd be fun. Throw a couple of mine in here. Let's go. I need food. Yep. Thanks, guys. Ended our. Shut up, Joker. Jeez, you joined late and want us to end early. That's not cool, dude. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys all checking out. And again, go to my website. Email me if you get questions about hosting. As you see, we're getting closer to where we're starting to turn on. So then that's kind of the point where I'm going to actually tell people to start sending me ASICs because, you know, the ASICs take a week to ship. A week after we turn on, you know, I should have networking done. I should have a lot of stuff done to where we can start turning them on pretty quick. So we're getting to that point. So, all right, thanks guys. Have a good day.